Greeting, beautiful beings. According in old legends, November has been known as a month of Pleiades. Now, Pleiadians have been the main star nations who created Lemuria and Atlantis. They were an open gateway or a portal for the other star nation who joined them on both projects. Both projects have been the extraterrestrial civilization living in the realm of the earth. Later on, the humans as we know has been created and they evolve furthermore until what we see today in the 2017. What is fascinating is that stories have been told from generations to generations, and they have been kept alive until today of 2017, where we still celebrate Halloween, or the other countries may celebrate the Day of the Dead. The story goes that on the October 31st, of the night of the October 31st, especially around the midnight, until the dawn of the November 1st, the layer between the words thins, or the gates open, and we can communicate much more easily to those who pass away from the other side, but also to those who are living there in a space in the universe or in other realms, whichever way you want to call it. Now, you can do this actually on the every day of the year if you practice it a little bit, but it definitely helps to have that extra energy behind your back, to be in alignment of the energy and to truly feel that communication. So today morning as I woke up and I wrote in my journal, the Pleiadians said, well, let's make a movie to meet the Pleiadians. And I thought, well, it's going to be really good. What are we going to talk about? And they said, well, just open the video, sit aside, and we are going to talk. So I'm gonna let the Pleiadians to talk to you today. Of course, me as a Pleiadian starseed, I'll give them the voice. And sometimes I give my output or opinion as well. But I want you to meet this energy, this wonderful energy that speaks through me. And I know there are many other starseeds that do channel and speak and bring the energy from their homewards. And I encourage you to meet them, to find them, and start connecting without the fears to most amazing energies that are out there. And the reason is that they are connecting with us, that they are bringing this energy, that we're starting to bridging the fear with from our world, from everything that happened to us, and start transforming it into love and be more connected, to be more aligned to the universal alliance of light, or the everything that there is, and eventually to the God's divine energy, the God that there's everything that there is, the unity, the vastness of the energy, the peace, not only the one person sitting there on the throne and saying, what I'm gonna do today. So today we're gonna talk about Alcyone. There's a lot of told already about the star seeds and about the energy that Pleiadians brought here on the earth. Today's focus is on the one of the stars in the Pleiadian cluster of the seven sisters, which we call Alcyone. Now, the energy of the Alcyone, as I speak of it, I want you to listen me with your heart, not just with your ears, so you can truly sponge it in and you can get as much benefit from it as you possibly can. So Alcyone is a soul healing planet. If you would travel there, or if you can teleport there or astral travel there, to get there in energy way as much as you can, because in the physical body obviously it's impossible for us at this time. Imagine that the sky is in a beautiful rainbow color. There's a beautiful green lavish grass and the trees and the nature. And so the first, let's just talk about this, to Imagine that we are going on this trip together, that we are going and sitting on a hill in the beautiful green grass, and you are just looking into the sky, and the sun is not as bright as we know the sun on the earth. There's just a light that illuminates the sky, and the rainbow comes almost like a cloud, you know, having each different colors and nicely just moving together, and one color is moving from the other. And what often happens, we are drawn to the one or two colors. You may be drawn to the shades of the blue, and suddenly you imagine, you see that there is this shades from the light blue to the darker blue, and the darkest midnight blue that is almost black. And you may even see this blue of the turquoise and the green, and so much on to greenish, moving with the light blue, creating the turquoise color. And that may nourish your nervous system. It also nourishes your soul energy. And so much on, I always perceive the Pleiadian energy as this beautiful, blue, liquidy energy in many kind of the shades. And as some of you may be drawn to the shades of the red and orange and yellow, because you may be going through some stuff on the earth, in your earth life, and you just need a little boost of that to understand that you are safe, that you are thriving, that you are abundant, and that itself brings such a peace to your soul. It comes down that nervous system. So there you see that those blue colors kind of like merging, getting closer and closer. And then there's a color of the green, all possible greens that you can imagine, representing love, and especially nature. Because even in our world here on the earth, when you connect with nature, you are connecting from your soul energy, from your heart energy. You don't have any ego. You don't have any victim ego. You don't have any, I have to own this piece of the grass, or that tree is the better than the other one. You just are in the admiration. You may be sometime in the judgment, why is this here and this is that there. And that is the ego, and that kind of like, the green energy kind of like shades down a little bit. But let's talk about a moment of the awe, which every single one of us experience, even through your child eyes when you were very little, when you were growing up, and I do hope that you were able to keep it up as a grown-up as well. And so that moment with the nature, when you're looking in the nature and the plants and the trees and the flowers, and you have that wow. At the moment, I don't have to think about anything else. And this moment, everything is perfect. That is the present moment of the now. Something that we are learning to utilize in our life on the earth. So Alcyone reflects this energy to us. Every civilization up there who has the best, highest interest for us mirror or represent some kind of the energy that is very healing, very beneficial for us to living on the earth. Why? We are the children. Perhaps your ancestor has been Pleiadians, they may have been Syrians, they may have been from Orion or the Andromeda, from anywhere they are. And they know that you are there, that they saw families out there. And the best they can reflect, vibrate, stream the kind of the energy that is significant to their home world. So today we are talking about the Alcyone. One great thing in the Alcyone is the city of the gods, Zion. Now when I started to speak the language of light, the Zion was one of the first words I would be repeating. Zion, Zion. Atlantis a la era to Zion, from Atlantis to the Zion. And then one day, I was watching the Ancient Alien series, which I absolutely love. And I learned that the Noah, legendary Noah, who built the boat, went through the big flood and started the human race again, was buried in a place that they call Zion. Now, it doesn't matter if you call it Zion or the Zion is very, very close. And if you look at the different languages, the sounds may a little bit vary, but the meaning is absolutely same. And the one thing I hear from the Pleiadians, which I heard a long time ago, is, and it's well known, we cannot make up something that we do not know. Our imagination is not that great. When I said imagine, I mean feel it within your heart, experience it. If you're sitting there, you truly cannot experience it. That means that you may have never been in the Alcyone, you may have been somewhere else. But I bet you the majority of us went through the Alcyone before we came down to the earth. So we cannot imagine, we cannot make up something that we do not know within our soul energy. Our soul energy, that beautiful being of light, that presence of I am that I am, the presence of the God within your woven being, have experienced much more than we can comprehend with our human mind right now at the moment. As they says, it would blow up your mind if you would know everything that there is. It is absolutely true. It would not blow up your mind, but it would overwhelm your nervous system and you would not be able to comprehend. Thus, there's not really need for it. But if you start connecting with energy, these beings are working on your energy, you are able to connect more and more and more. Thus you can get more knowledge. More knowledge is a power. The true power is within the soul. It's not really within the body or within the mind, within our energy. Our energy is outsourced to the soul and it's protected there. Protected for the reason that we don't misuse it when we are not awakened, or somebody else doesn't really go there and steal, like you'll be stealing from your piggy bank or so much on. It is your energy, it is my energy, and out there it is that collective energy. So your soul have experienced much more than we think we know. So in the Alcyone is what I would call, what I understand from the language of light, is the city of the gods. The city of the gods looks something like the ancient Greek pillars when you walk there. And the energy of the gods always appeared to me a big, huge, megalithic, much more bigger than our, let's say, 6-foot body is gonna be 2-3 times that. It will be the giants, perhaps. And can I let them to come to explain this? That a city has been created for the purpose of to oversee the project on the earth, to oversee the project of the Lemuria and later on Atlantis, that they were not as eager to build and so much on. There has been a great communication, I would say it's the direct communication in the Lemuria, with the Mount of Zion, this gods, city of the gods Zion. When we say the gods, we mean the beings of the Pleiades, or elderly, as you would say in your word. Those, who would make a decision, those who would gather together and try to bring the greatest wisdom for the greatest project together. So it would not be the God as the one entity who would rule the whole universe. It would be just the Pleiadians, the elderly, that we gave the name the gods. And Lemuria has been a profound female energy set civilization. But there has been a male energy as well. We do not want to discriminate. We're coming to the age when there's so much anger between the female and the male energy, and the females trying to embody the male energy and the males trying to embody the female energy. But we still didn't find that right balance, that peace, when we don't feel hurt and we feel equally the both energies, when we don't become too dominant or too victimized, when there's really that beautiful pool of it together. And that was the purpose of the Lemuria, and that is the energy of Pleiadians. It is very balanced in the male and the female energy. If they would have to choose to tip the scale a little bit and which energy is more gentle and nurturing, it definitely would be the female energy. And they have been definitely in the female energy, and then they later on have been in the cooperation with the Orions to bring more of the male and the female energy together. But that's the story for some another time. So when you meditate, you can go to I'll call it the Mount of Zion, because that's how I hear it in my head, and you can call it anyway. And there's the healing temple. You can go into the healing temple. You can follow the meditations I already posted a while ago. When you go to the healing temple, there's a gate. It's almost like a clearance that gets your energy in and gets you to the levels of that you are appropriate for your energy. And you can come and ask for the healing. But one important part about the healing is to ask for soul healing. Because remember, Pleiadians are soul healers. They are soul healing nation. They work with all the bumps and the scratches and holes and the tears within the soul. All that PTSD that have happened in the lifetime and above in the lifetimes, they come and assist in that healing. When your soul is healed, it mirrors its energy back into the body, and your physical body starts giving those signals how to offset or how to start, how to trigger the self-healing process of the specific tissues and the organs within the body so they can heal, and you can have an absolutely healthy vessel for your soul, because our physical body is just a vessel for the soul, and it is our job to keep that vessel as healthy as possibly as we can. Of course, there are exceptions for those who have been born with limitations and disabilities and so much on. There's always reason for everything in your life. Just because one part is not working doesn't mean that your vessel is not perfect. Your vessel is perfect when you believe that you are perfect, which comes as bring us back in the present time of believing right now everything's perfect. Right now, as you're sitting and listening to this video, I would like you to feel it, to open your heart, feel this Mount of Zion, feel this energy of the Pleiadians. And at this second, everything is absolutely perfect. It's not what have happened in the past. It is not what's gonna happen the 5 minutes from now or in the future, or how the things may look impossible. Right now you are fine. You are breathing. You are fine. Your heart is beating. You are able to listen and comprehend what is said. You can go on this life. You can create a lot of wonderful things. And this energy from the Zion is right there with you. For those who like to be in a service. Now we all are in a service despite what kind of the work we do. But for those who are called to be the healers and psychics and readers and counselors and really want to connect the others to this energy, you may go to the Mount of Zion and ask these beings that they will be connecting with you, that you can bring your clients to this place, that everybody can experience this very calming and soothing energies. Because that's what it is about. The coming to Alcyone is to calm down your nervous system, rejuvenate your soul energy, bring the colors to your soul that mirrors to your body, the red and the survival and feeling of the safety, the orange, creativity and thriving, bringing that little child's ideas into manifestation. Stomach, yellow center, your confidence and grown-up self, calming all the fears, believing in yourself, staying in the present time and knowing, hey, if I can do it right now, I can do this. Heart, love, always connected to nature. Nature has no any bias, has no ego. I mean the nature of the plants and the trees. That's what I'm meaning specifically. And the blues, the speaking out, creatively expressing yourself, the thinking, the connection between the spiritual and the logical mind, literally carrying out those creative thoughts and putting them into logical realm of the earth so they can be used as an invention and so much on to make our life a better, make this place a better place. And to trust, when you are feeling safe, you trust to the unknown, to the, let's say, Pleiadians or the other ones that work with you. It's absolutely essential. It can make your life an easy way to trust in God, in unity, in a vastness of the energy, to knowing that the universe has your back. Make your life much more easy and relaxing, the nervous system. Now the other points that you want to show from the Alcyone is that Alcyone is not just a place with a beautiful hill and the grass and the gardens and trees and just the gazing at the stars. It is a busy place with a futuristic technology. There are the cities that have this almost like a glass build-up buildings, and everything look very futuristic. They can choose any life that they want to. They can choose to manifest in the body and, let's say, have a life of a businessman, businesswoman, somebody who enjoy to do some kind of the physical work, or they can just choose a life of intellectuality, study, going to the libraries and universities and so much on. One thing that is not in the Pleiades, and one major thing why they came to Earth to create the Lemurian project, was to learn about the emotions. Now, let's bear in mind that there have been millions of years that this had originally happened. A very, very long time that this had already happened. I really don't feel the time frame that I can with my Eva's logical mind to tell you that thousands of years of the million years. In my mind, it feels like so long ago that I cannot say how long ago it is. And I don't hear a number, so sorry for that. But this is that I overthink the things, which I do sometimes. But let's bear in mind that they came here to study the emotions. How does the emotions affect the soul energy? And especially the lower kind of the emotions that are a key signature emotions of the earth life, as feeling shame, feeling bad, feeling fearful. Fear is the big one. Feeling the pride, feeling greed, feeling jealousy. That is something that they didn't know before. That they found it fascinating that there's a place that we can manifest in the three-dimensional body, that we do bleed when we cut ourselves, that we have a pain, and that not everything have to be manifested right at what we want or the need. And so that has been the original great experiment that was meant to stay only as an extraterrestrial experiment. And the reason for this experiment was to find a way to the God's house. They knew that there's some other energy that created them, that there's something higher and bigger. Same as we were created by Pleiades. They were created, Pleiadians, they were created by someone else. And one day we will be in the position when we will seat another race somewhere else. It is just a pattern in the circle of the life, or so you can say. And they were wondering what is out there, how did it work, how did they begin, and start to observing it. They found a way to the God. I can call it the God's house, which will be the vastness of one energy. That there's not just the one against singular person, male of the female sitting there, or male and female all together sitting there. Is nothing like that. It's just the vastness of the beautiful energy when there's no body, no talks, thinking mind, but there's just is of that. Maybe the vastness of the present time. I don't really know how to explain it. And so they did underestimate that, how this energy do affect the body, and I think it's been a great shock to all of them. But one of the things that Alcyone is also like that main center is to help the star seeds to learn about the fears, to resonate with their fears, to overcome them. I don't want to say to eliminate them, because nobody can eliminate the fears without consciously understanding them and pushing yourself to do the things that you will let these fears go. And so one of those things is that they come back, that they assist in the energy. So before they completely join with that vastness energy of the God, we have to be very well on our own and do not need a assistant. So for now, they are our teachers. They are connecting with many of us. And if you want to be connected with Pleiadians, you absolutely can. They have no intentions to come here, land in the saucer, and instill the law and the rules or whatever you may think. It's just against their own law, against their belief, against the free will of the humanity. But they have the greatest intentions to connect with you, to assist you, to teach you, so you can do this for the others. It just starts one step at a time. So I hope you enjoy the energy of the Alcyone, and there's something you want to ask Pleiadians, you may try to comment below. And I thank you for joining here with me and the Pleiadians. And I'll see you next time. Love and light from my heart to yours.